In this video, I'm going to tell you what a headline is, why they're so important, and the basics about what makes a headline effective. So first of all, headlines are that short phrase or title at the beginning of your copy. So let's use some real-world examples. If you're going to check your email inbox, every subject line is a headline. And what that headline is doing is it's saying, this is what you're going to read if you read this email. And it's supposed to grab your attention. So if the headline's good and effective, it'll make you say, wow, I'm interested in the content of this email and I want to read the rest of it. But if a headline's not effective, then you'll say to yourself, I don't need to read the rest of this email, I can just delete it. And headlines are not just subject lines. They're really any short phrase or sentence at the beginning of a piece of copy that's trying to get someone to read the rest of that copy. So some other examples are in a newspaper, the title of every article is its own headline. And also books. The title of a book is another example of a headline. Now, the reason why headlines are so important is they grab your reader's attention. So the headlines are the thing about your copy that pops when your reader is scanning. And if they see something that piques their interest, then most likely they're going to start reading the rest of your copy. And all headlines really have one single goal. And that single goal or purpose is to get the reader to read the first sentence of your copy. That's it. A headline's effective if you can get the reader to read your first sentence of the copy. And it's not effective if they decide that this copy's not for me, I'm going to move on. And a great reason why headlines are so important is, on average, 5 times as many people will read the headline than will read the body copy. So it's really important that your headline grabs your reader's attention. And that's why a lot of famous copywriters will spend a significantly longer time coming up with the headline than actually writing the rest of the copy. So we're going to talk about headlines in greater detail in the next couple of videos. But right now, I just want to give you a big picture overview about what makes a good headline. And in a good headline, the benefit to the reader is very clear. The reader understands what benefit they're going to get when they read your copy. What also makes a good headline is the reader is interested and they want to learn more. So maybe having a strong benefit isn't going to work for your headline, but you can create curiosity in your reader. If your headline gets your reader curious, then they're going to want to read the first sentence of your copy, and your headline was successful. And the last point I want to mention is, I said the main purpose of a headline was to get your reader to read the first sentence of your copy. And that's true, but there is a slight caveat that I want to mention, and that is you don't want your reader to feel tricked once they start reading the first sentence of your copy. So for example, if your headline says, here's 5 tips to make you more money next month, and then all of a sudden they click on your copy and they're reading about something to do with coffee that's just completely irrelevant, doesn't match the headline at all, well, then they're going to feel tricked and the reader's going to get resentful and stop reading the rest of your copy. So just as an overview, the headline's goal is to get the reader to read the first sentence of your copy and to feel like they've made a good decision by reading that first sentence. They don't feel tricked by it.